The future's loading, watch it all begin.
All right, everyone, ChromeOS 147 is officially here, hitting the stable channel as we speak. So today, we're going to crack it open and see what's new. Now, if you're expecting some huge, flashy redesign, well, you might be in for a surprise. Let's dive in and see what Google has been working on. Okay, so right off the bat, let's get our expectations in the right place. The folks over at Chrome Nerd really hit the nail on the head with this one. This update isn't about big, new, shiny things for you to play with. Nope. Google is focusing on something that's, arguably way more important. Just making the whole platform more solid. I think the best way to describe this is as a maturity update. It's really all about adding some powerful, much-needed tools for administrators. The people in schools and big companies who are pushing these Chromebooks to their absolute limits every single day. So our mission here is to figure out who this update is really for and what it tells us about where ChromeOS is headed. So, with that in mind, let's get into the specifics of what makes this release a pretty different kind of update. First, let's get the nerdy numbers out of the way for those of you who like to keep track. The rollout kicked off on April 22nd, 2026. Your new OS version is 16.44.0, and that, of course, comes with the brand new Chrome browser, version 147. Okay, with the technical stuff done, let's get to the good parts. The first big new feature is aimed squarely at the education world, which, let's be honest, is a place where Chromebooks just completely rule. This is all about giving schools a little more insight and accountability. Google's introducing something they're calling Class Tools Activity Logs. And trust me, this is something school districts have been asking for. What it does is it basically creates a detailed audit trail. It lets administrators see exactly how their teachers are using the management tools inside their virtual classrooms. So, what's getting logged? Well, this is what's really interesting. It's super specific. We're not talking about some vague report. It tracks concrete things, like when a teacher connects directly to a student's Chromebook, or when they push out a link or a document, and probably most importantly, when a teacher is actually viewing a student's screen. It just creates this really clear record, which is great for troubleshooting or just for oversight. All right, let's pivot now from the classroom to the boardroom, because the other major focus of this update is the enterprise. ChromeOS 147 is bringing a whole bunch of powerful new tools designed for the modern office. First up, AI is getting a serious upgrade for business users. Gemini's auto browse feature is now rolling out to enterprise accounts. This is a big deal. It means Gemini can do way more than just read a page and give you a summary. It can actually understand the content and start performing actions for you. It's turning the AI into a real assistant right inside your browser. And this slide right here, it really shows you where Google's focus is. They're dropping 2 more heavy lead features for admins. But for now, they're in a trusted tester preview. That means they're not out for everyone just yet. Soon, admins will be able to get reports on how things like AI and other cloud apps are being used in their company. And they'll also get templates to quickly set up data loss prevention rules. These are some serious security tools. And staying on that security topic, this update is also a huge heads up for all the IT admins out there. There's a mandatory migration that's happening behind the scenes that changes how ChromeOS devices handle security certificates. The really crucial piece of information here is that deadline. As you can see on the timeline, the new system for this was actually launched way back in version 142. Right now, we're in the middle of that migration period. Admins have until the end of 2026 to get everything moved over to the new, more secure system. So, yeah, the clock is officially ticking on this one. Now, not all the updates are just for admins. ChromeOS 147 also packs in some pretty technical changes on the networking side of things that frankly make browsing a little bit safer for all of us, whether you're at school, at work, or just on your couch at home. So Google is expanding something called local network access restrictions. Basically, this feature acts like a security guard, checking requests from websites that are trying to access devices on your local network, like your printer. Now, with version 147, those same protections are being extended to cover more modern ways of connecting, like WebSockets and web transport. It's like they're closing a potential security loophole. Okay, so after all of that, all these technical, admin-focused updates, what does ChromeOS 147 actually mean for you, the average person just using a Chromebook every day? This right here is the key takeaway for most of us. Even in an update that's all about polish, you're still getting a ton of value. This release is packed with critical security patches, tons of bug fixes, and just general improvements to stability. And you might not notice them directly, but all those little under-the-hood tweaks to performance and memory optimization, they add up, and they make your device feel just that little bit faster and more reliable over time. So really, when you boil it all down, ChromeOS 147 is all about strengthening the foundation. By building a stronger, more secure, and more manageable platform for those really demanding environments like schools and businesses, Google is actually making the operating system more robust and reliable for every single person who uses it. And that kind of leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? As we see update after update deliver these powerful, really specialized tools, you have to wonder, is the future of Chrome OS still focused on the everyday consumer, or is it slowly but surely becoming the go-to operating system for the office and the classroom? Definitely something to consider. Thanks for tuning in.